Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to replace this entry door latch on our 2017 Thor Hurricane Motorhome using this Bauer Products RV entry door latch. This is designed to be a direct replacement for the latch that's already on your motorhome's door here, and these two plates are just going to sandwich around the door to act as that perfect replacement. Now the reason we're replacing ours today, you'll notice that we are missing a latch right here. It's completely sheared off on the inside and just fallen out on our old door. So the only way to get this to actually close and lock is to throw the deadbolt, which if you forget to do that or it doesn't engage properly, isn't gonna do any good. We're just gonna jump straight into replacing this, and it's gonna be a series of Phillips head screws we need to remove. On this inside of the door, we're gonna have 3 on our current latch, located right at the bottom and top, and 1 towards the inside edge. Now with these, you don't need to save them because the new latch will come with new hardware. Now once this third one is out on the inside edge, this inner plate will just pop away. Right on the inside here, you're gonna find 2 more Phillips head screws right where that latch would be. These 2 bolts right here, we don't need to worry about. Those are just going to go into the door whenever we close it. And if you've got any screws like this nearby, you don't need to worry about those either. Those are just going to the trim around the door. You should be able to just pop this free, but ours, we had a fair amount of sealant around the outside edge here. So all I did is I took a utility knife and just very carefully cut around the edges just to try to free some of that up. And what I actually ended up doing is when I had some cut away from the top, I was able to push on the back and kind of pry out the top a little bit, enough to get like a screwdriver or something in there, a flat head, and just pry it open a little bit more and eventually pop it away. And I'll just show you what I mean here. There's just like a little bit of this sealant on the inside. Yours may or may not have this, but if it does and it feels stuck, don't worry, that's all that's happening. And if you're not sure if the latch we're looking at right now is the exact right one for you, once you have the old one removed, you can measure from inside edge to inside edge width-wise and height-wise, and that'll tell you if you've got the right one. So we're working with 5¼ inches side to side and 4½ inches top to bottom for that cutout opening. There's going to be 2 very similar screws inside your kit here. The one right here with the rounder button head, there's going to be only 2 of those. That's going to be the one that goes by your latch, and then there's going to be 4 of these that have a bit more of a countersunk edge to them. So the very first piece we want to pop in is the main latch. So right in this top corner, we're getting a little bit of funky fitment, but if you kind of push on it, it'll eventually pop in. And you're just going to get it lined up with those screw holes and those 2 more button head screws. We're going to pop those in first. I'm not going to cinch these down too tight because I want this to still sit nice and flush when I put my backing plate in. I think I maybe went a little too tight with that bottom one, so I'm just going to back it off a little bit to give me some room to work. We just need to line this up so that our screw holes match up and put the 2 surfaces together. I'm going to probably get 1 screw started in this top corner where it's naturally wanting to line up a little better right now. It may be helpful to have an extra set of hands, but it's not totally needed here. Once you get one started, it's a lot easier. Once both of these screws by the dead blow latch are tightened down though, everything should be sitting nice and flush. And I'm just gonna go around to both sides of the door and make sure everything is seated nicely. And I'll go back through, install my 4th and final screw and tighten everything up. With everything tightened down though, all I wanna do is just test the handle on both sides to make sure that latch engages smoothly and it's not hitting any of that trim. And same thing with the dead blow. Just make sure that it engages properly. And the final thing I want to do is a test fit, closing the door and making sure it latches. Now it is a bit stiff, but we are getting an actual positive latch. It doesn't stick too bad when it opens, so I'd call that pretty good. I do want to also test the keys. These have the same key code, so you could put one with your keys and one maybe in a safe place on its own. I'll test the dead blow first, make sure I can't open it, and I'll do the handle second. And both work great. It is worth noting that it does come with a new strike plate and new strike plate hardware if you need it. Ours is a little bit stiff, but it definitely latches fine now, so I'm probably just gonna leave this and leave it up to the owner if they wanna replace it down the road. But if you wanted to just get everything nice and new, you could. Now, the only other thing I wanna leave you with here is that there are two versions of this door latch you can choose from, one with and without a dead blow. Obviously, we went with the one that has the dead blow. I think if you've already got that cut out for it, you might as well get it. It's just gonna be a little bit safer. And they use the same key, so it's not like it's too much extra to juggle on your key ring. But if you do have any more questions of which door latch is gonna be the right for you, maybe you're not too sure if the cutouts are matching up what you're seeing online, you can always reach out to us for some help and we'd be happy to throw you in the right direction. But again, my name's Aiden, and thanks for watching.